Getting Everything You Can Out of All You Got by Jay Abraham. Fact is, everyone is in sales. Whatever area you work in, you do have clients and you do need to sell. When you read the phrase selling your product or service, doesn't don't just think in terms of the product or service your company sells, but also your individual and intangible personal product or service, you. And understand that you need to sell you and your ideas in order to advance your career, gain more respect, and increase your success, influence, and income. Federal Express applied the banking industry's method of clearing checks overnight to the overnight delivery of packages. A customer is a person who purchases a commodity or service. A client is a person who is under the protection of another. The difference in the meaning is massive, and there's a massive difference in the way a person who does business with you could or should be treated. If in your field these people are referred to as customers, that's fine, but wherever you call them, always think of them as a client. You must understand and appreciate exactly what your clients need when they do business with you, even if they are unable to articulate that exact result themselves. And they have reason to remain your client for a lifetime. For instance, a man who goes to a hardware store to buy a power drill doesn't really need a drill, he needs holes. He has a financial, emotional, logical, or intellectual need for holes. He might think he wants a drill, but it's your responsibility to determine the real truth and his real need. You must figure out how to satisfy his financial, emotional, logical, or intellectual need for holes and make sure the drill he buys from you will solve his problem and give him the exact holes he needs. And you should think of your clients as dear, valued friends. Chapter 6, you'll learn why your clients buy from you instead of your competitors. If you don't know why this is, that means one of two things. Either A, you offer a client a unique set of advantages or benefits, but you've never identified them yourself, or B, you offer that client no unique advantage and you're just lucky as heck that you have the business in the first place. You must determine the most powerful benefit or advantage you can offer an existing or future client so it will be totally irrational for them to choose to do business with anyone but you or your company. And here's how you can do that. You identify what advantage or result your clients want the most. You don't have to change your product or service, but you have to position your product or service as having a unique benefit they're not getting from your competitors. This unique advantage or benefit is in everything you say and everything you do. If you ask someone to take on all the risk, the first inclination is not to buy. Your goal is to eliminate as much, if not all, of the risk in the transaction for your client. When you take away the risk, you lower the barrier to action and eliminate the primary obstacle to buying. Aggressively let your clients know that if they are dissatisfied, you will give them their money back, redo the job at no charge, or whatever else it takes to demonstrate your total passionate commitment to their satisfaction. Find something that no one else in your company is doing or doing well and voluntarily add it unto your responsibilities. Determine who in your marketing area is already selling to the clients you want to be reaching and who has their trust, respect, and goodwill. The moment you identify who these businesses are, you're almost all the way home. And all you have to do is contact those companies and make it easy and advantageous for them to refer their clients to you. You are perfectly suited to be a joint venture profit center for them. It's probable that a large portion of your new clients actually come from direct or indirect referrals right now, but you probably have never put a formal referral system into place. A formal client referral system will bring you an immediate increase in clients and profit, and it doesn't cost anything to implement it. A referral generated client normally spends more money, buys more often, and is more profitable and loyal than most other categories of business you could go after. And referrals are easy to get. Referrals beget referrals. They are self-perpetuating. Chapter 12 shows you that clients stop buying for three basic reasons. Reason one, they stop buying temporarily and just never get around to dealing with you again, out of sight, out of mind. The second reason people stop dealing with the company is because they become dissatisfied. The third reason is the client situation has changed to the point where they no longer can benefit from your product or service. Great expectations. What should you expect to achieve with the information you will learn in this book? Simply put, you should expect to achieve your dreams, raise the bar, and accomplish your goals. Most people operate with a mindset that assumes success comes one small step at a time. Advancing at a measured pace, step by step from where you are to a little bit better may seem the logical and safe way to proceed, but you can and should think in terms of skipping levels and making quantum leaps. I want you to stop accepting your present day business circumstances as the way it has to be. You're going for major breakthroughs. You need to see the overlooked opportunities that are all around you and act on the vast sums of untapped income and unclaimed success just waiting to be harnessed. Breakthroughs are unconventionally fresh, superior, more exciting ways of doing things, doing something. Breakthroughs make your marketing produce twice or three times the results from the same effort or less. Breakthroughs transform your product from a commodity into a prized proprietary item no one else can offer or directly compete against. The speed at which events are occurring around us requires that breakthrough thinking can become continual, everyday thinking, not merely a rare or occasional event in your business life. Where's the big overlooked opportunity here? It is also adopting a possibility-based mindset that looks for new, different, and better ways to attain a goal or solution or address a situation. Applying old things in new ways is a breakthrough. Applying new things in new ways is a breakthrough. Applying old things in new combinations is a breakthrough. Maximizing and creating breakthroughs means more than simply getting the most profit, highest performance, and greatest productivity and effectiveness out of an action, opportunity, or investment. It also means achieving maximum results with a minimum of time, effort, expense, and risk, something few people practice or even think about. One of your breakthrough goals is to always make you, your business, or your product special, unique, and more advantageous in your client's eyes. The more value or wealth you can create for your client, the greater the power of the breakthrough. Breakthroughs increase in direct proportion to the amount of networking, brainstorming, and masterminding you do with like-minded, success-driven people outside your industry. The best breakthroughs take away risk or resistance from the other side, so it's easier to say yes or no, not no. Identify both your biggest and easiest existing breakthrough opportunities. How can you go forward if you don't know which way you're facing? If a child comes to you and says, I don't feel good, you respond, where does it hurt? The child tells you where, and you begin the process of fixing the ailing area. So why don't people do the same thing in their business lives? In their business or career doesn't feel good, they either do nothing at all or increase exactly what they've been doing, hoping to make things better, even if exactly what they've been doing is what caused the problem in the first place. The point is, they don't know what their business success or lack of business success is based on. They don't ask themselves the right questions because they don't know the right questions. Here are some questions. 1, what initially got me started in my business or career? 2, when I first started, where did my clients and promotion progress come from? 3, why did clients originally buy from me? 4, why do clients buy from me or buy from me now? What primary method of generating clients was used to build my business career? 6, which of my marketing or sales efforts brought in the bulk of my sales or clients? 7, do I test the various aspects of my marketing and selling activities to make sure they're producing the best and most profitable results? 8, how well connected, how involved am I with my clients at the sales/networking or transaction level? 9, what outgoing sales/networking efforts do I personally perform today? 10, where do my clients come from specifically? 11, would I rather attract more new clients or garner more money from existing clients? 12, who else benefits from my success, including my clients, my employees, and my family members? 13, how many of my suppliers, business colleagues would be motivated to help me grow my business more because it will directly benefit them at a very high level? 14, when I create a new client for my business or profession, who else have I directly created a new client for? 15, describe completely what my business career does. 16, what is my business philosophy as it relates to my clients? What is my unique selling proposition or USP? Why do my clients buy from me? What is it about my product or service that distinguishes me from my competition? Who are my biggest competitors and what do they offer that I do not? What steps do I take to offset their advantage? Are they working? What's my market potential and my current share of the market? What does it cost me to get a new client? How many better ways could I reduce the risk of transaction, lower the barriers of entry, or reduce the hurdle for my client to make it easier for that person to do business with me? What is my client attrition rate? How do I capture the names, addresses, and phone numbers of all my clients and prospects? Do I use them in my marketing programs? What is my average order transaction size amount, and what are the steps I can take to increase it? How much is the initial sale to a new client? Your business soul, the strategy of preeminence. Be a problem solver, not a problem bringer. Add value to every task you undertake on your employer's behalf. You must fall in love with your clients. Most people think, what do I have to say to get people to buy? Instead, you should say, what do I have to give? What benefit do I have to render? Think about your client as more than just a checkbook. It means seeing him or her as a valued business partner, someone whose well-being and success is directly tied to your own. You need to understand that you have a higher purpose for being in business than simply making money. Your purpose must be understanding what you can do to help solve the problem of others, help maximize the options, and find ways to do it. And unless you understand that higher purpose, you can't begin to take advantage of your potential. The beauty of the strategy of preeminence is that it applies to any business, whether you're selling life insurance or own a hardware store. The steps you must take always remain the same. You must first identify what your client really needs. Even if your client doesn't recognize what it is he or she needs, the client may think that a particular item is what he or she is searching for, but if you probe a bit, you might see that an entirely different solution will solve your client's problem, maybe even a less expensive solution. It's hard for them to understand that what they really are selling is solutions to problems, not merchandise. Think about the different people you deal with, sell your products and services to, buy from, and work with. Think about them one at a time, then focus on what that person's real need in dealing with you is. Think about their hopes, dreams, fears, interests, families, goals, and dependency or trust in you. Realize these people are all your friends, trusted and trusting friends. Break even today, break the bank tomorrow. Chapter 5, acquiring clients at a break-even or a slight loss and making substantial profits on the back end, repurchasing one is the most overlooked and underutilized methods of client growth and generation available to you. You owe it to that business or practice to do everything within your power to get clients into the buying stream as quickly and easily as you possibly can. You need to know the lifetime value of your clients or your client's marginal net worth. If you lower or totally eliminate the hurdle in starting a relationship, far more people will begin one with you. If you deliver great value, service, and tangible results, these people will keep coming back and dealing with you. Knowing how much a client will spend with you over a period of years tells you how much you can spend on the process of acquiring a client. What is the lifetime value of one of your clients? If you haven't calculated your client's marginal net worth yet, here's how to do it. 1, compute your average sale and your profit per sale. 2, compute how much additional profit a client is worth to you by determining how many times he or she comes back. 3, compute precisely what a client costs by dividing the marketing budget by the number of clients it produces. 4, compute the cost of a prospect the same way. 5, compute how many sales you get for so many prospects, the percentage of prospects who become clients. 6, compute the marginal net worth of a client by subtracting the cost to produce or convert the client from the profit you expect to earn from the client over the lifetime of his or her patronage. While reducing the price of your product or service is the most common obvious way to get the first sale, there are other powerful ways to obtain first-time buyers. You could take the $100 and use it to buy other complementary products or services, or you could use the $100 to invest in advertising, sales letters, additional salespeople, free seminars, or any other marketing and sales programs. Viva la difference. In order to stand above the crowded marketplace, you or your company must offer your prospect or client a unique and distinctive benefit or advantage above and beyond that of your competitors. This is called the unique selling proposition. Your unique selling proposition is that distinct, appealing idea that sets your business apart from every other Me Too competitor. This means that whatever your USP stands for, you do it at all times. What do you think the primary advantage of doing business with you or your firm is over your competitors? Think about what you do and think about what your competitors do or don't do and how you could do it better. The big promise. How do you pick a USP? You must first identify which needs are going unfulfilled within your industry, such as 1, a broad selection, 2, big discounts, 3, advice and assistance, 4, convenience, 5, top-of-the-line products and services, 6, speedy service, 7, services above and beyond the basics. 8, a longer and more comprehensive warranty or guarantee than the norm. Any other distinct advantage, tangible or intangible benefits or valuable advantages you can give that the competition doesn't. It is critical to always fulfill the big promise of your USP. If you don't honestly believe you can deliver on your USP, pick another one. Be sure it's unique and that you can fulfill it. Don't be cute or abstract. Think it through until you can articulate it in one crystal clear, compelling, alluring paragraph or less. You must integrate your USP into every marketing aspect of your business, including display advertising, sales letters, and field salespeople. Here are ideas for a service USP approach. When you buy widgets from every other dealer in town, you get a limited 12-month warranty. When you buy that widget from us, you get a lifetime unlimited warranty with service guaranteed within 24 hours and a loaner furnished free. Plus, we make house calls. Are you starting to see a trend? The more measurable, comparable, demonstrable, or quantifiable your advantage, the more powerful it is too. Throughout the sales presentation, your salespeople should refer to the USP benefits or advantages. Financial advisors take the position that they are big-time Wall Street pros and they are trying to appeal only to the affluent investors. Howard took the opposite approach. He said, I am the financial advisor to the middle class, and I want to protect your interest at a different level. I know how hard you work to make a dollar. I know how important it is that you don't lose it. I know how critical your retirement monies are to you. I respect your situation, and I will approach it differently than everybody else. Whenever someone asks for a refund, replacement, or adjustment, instead of resenting the fact that you have to give back money, use that opportunity to reconvey the essence of your USP, either in person or via a letter. Converting one-shot service calls into price-induced annual maintenance, annual service programs has terrific USP appeal, and it can be applied to all sorts of businesses. Your unique selling proposition is vital to your marketing foundation. You must clearly identify and articulate your firm's USP. Make a list of the real benefits or advantages that you already offer a client or employer. Chapter 7, make them an offer they can't refuse. The biggest secret to success in business or a career is to always maintain the edge in everything you do. Logical sounding, yes, but infrequently understood, even less frequently practiced. One of the biggest competitive advantages you'll ever gain is to always make it easier for the client to say yes than it is for them to say no. When you take away the risk to your client or prospect, you lower the barrier to action, thus eliminating the primary obstacle to buying. Let them know that if they are ever dissatisfied, you will give them their money back, redo the job at no charge. You're going to be the one company or practice in your industry or the one executive or staff member in your company who offers a strong and powerful risk reversal to the client. What does guarantee mean? It means you totally eliminate the risk for the client. You do it by making a completely risk-free performance guarantee to compel them to purchase from you instead of your competitor and to purchase now. In many selling situations, competition is so keen that you need a greater benefit for the client than basic risk reversal. The answer is to you a better than risk-free guarantee, BTRF. The BTRF guarantee enables you to do something that a basic guarantee or risk reversal approach does not. When you utilize a better than risk-free guarantee, you are acknowledging and rewarding the client for the value of both his or her time and his or her faith expended in favoring you with his or her purchasing decision. When you tell me that I am dissatisfied for any reason whatsoever, you will not only give me full and immediate return of my purchase price, but you will promise me an additional reward on top, a compensation incentive for having taken the time, effort, and faith to purchase in the first place. I'm impressed. I'm hard pressed to say no to a proposition like that. Compensating your clients for the dissatisfaction and valuing their time and trust is the concept behind a better than risk-free guarantee. If you sell products or service, consider offering the client something else in addition, a bonus when they agree to purchase. Offer them an exceptional money-back guarantee, but allow the client to keep the bonus if he or she asks for a refund. I've seen people use double your money-back guarantees quite successfully. The biggest discovery is that the primary reason people don't buy is that they don't want to look bad in the eyes of their peers and they don't want to make a mistake. By using risk reversal and purchase guarantees, you get clients to see that they now can't possibly make a mistake. So the client ends up receiving a far higher than expected level of service quality and performance, and you both win big in the process. If there's no risk in doing something, a lot more people tend to give it a try. But your guarantee must be sincere, one that you stand behind 100% and one with no loopholes. If your product or service is good and performs for your client, the longer the guarantee and the more specific the performance expectations you make, the more people would buy. It's that simple. Just adding risk reversal and a selling guarantee to your sales proposition makes a powerful difference. A consultant agrees in writing not to cash any checks he's received until his clients tell him they're satisfied with the work he's done. I've seen risk reversal double and triple sales. If appropriate, try it in one of your ads or sales letters. I guarantee you that if you'll try a specific and powerful form of risk reversal, you'll not only sell to more people, your average transaction size will go up dramatically as well. Action steps. Look at your business, product, services, or employment skills and talents. Make a complete list of every obstacle to your clients or employers that might prevent them from purchasing, dealing with you, or choosing you over your competition. Break them into the following categories: financial reasons, emotional reasons, how bad the client or employer would look or feel if his purchase or commitment to you fails to perform, measurability reasons, can it be measured and evaluated to show the tangible impact you or your offering could or should have on the client's life, business, or career. Chapter 8, would you like the left shoe too? Are you doing all you can to give your clients all the benefits and choices they could be getting from you and would pay for? 60% of all clients will increase if you do it right and offer true value. Give your clients a better end result. 1, adding products and services. Offer your clients the opportunity to add related items to their basic purchases from you, items that when combined together will increase the level of satisfaction or significance of the ultimate result more completely, conveniently, and efficiently. 2, adding volume or time options. 3, adding combinations. Give your clients the opportunity to purchase combinations or packages of goods and services that help them better achieve the satisfying end result they want. If you keep your clients' desired end results clearly in mind, you can almost always add products and services to help clients achieve their end results more completely, conveniently, and efficiently. Let your clients buy as much as they want when they want it. If you let them tell you how much they want to buy and how often, the answer may surprise you. In my experience, I've found that many business people presume to know what clients want, but are startled to find that their presumptions are way off base. When given the opportunity or incentive, people are willing to buy more than they ordinarily do. Let the lawn chair business that sells you a season of full lawn maintenance instead of just a one-shot summer mowing job. Season-long service is what many homeowners really want. If you sell any product or service that can be offered on what I refer to as till further notice basis, you can use your add-on or upselling technique to turn one-time purchases into ongoing, perpetual, weekly, daily, monthly, or quarterly locked-in sales. How many ways can you turn your one-shot sales into ongoing purchases using volume options, including this ongoing service technique? TFN, till further notice. Let me help you again with a few specific activities. Consider offering 3 times the average volume being purchased now for 2.5 times the price. 2, package your product or service for a period of time. Try a year's worth first. 3, and finally offer your product or service till further notice with periodic automatic billing. Give clients 3 better options, and a number of them will choose one of the 2 additions over their initial intent. Upsells at different grades, different fabrics, different colors, different styles of blinds or curtains. Cross-sells or other decorations that go along with them. Keep in mind the psychology of a client. Once he or she has decided to buy any product or service, they are committed. I strongly urge you to look at your business or practice and ask yourself, could I take any or all of the products or services I sell and reposition them to be more upmarket? Ask yourself, is there a level of my market more upscale than the one I'm currently reaching that I should be catering to? And if the answer is that yes, which it could be in many circumstances, all you have to do is try a safe little test and see what happens. Downside is nothing, upside is tremendous. Chapter 9, how you never fall off a cliff. You're a marketing genius if you can understand that one approach to getting clients may produce 5 times the results of another. So, of course, you stick with the approach that yields the better results. The odds are great that you are currently underperforming and not reaching your real potential because you're depending on the wrong actions or approaches for your success. Test everything starting right now. Test, test, test. A major advertiser offered a 4-week free examination of their product. They found that their ads, commercials, and sales presentations increased results by 98.6% over ads that didn't offer the trial period. Another advertiser used 2 approaches. In one, he demonstrated his product to use in use. In the other, the product was a stationary piece of merchandise. The ad that depicted the product in use more than doubled results. An insurance company tested 2 headlines against each other. What would become of your wife if something happened to you? 2, retirement income plan. The second ad pulled 500% more than the first. Sometimes the best price is higher. Sometimes it's lower. If I don't know and I'm supposed to be the expert, you can't possibly know either until and unless you test. Chapter 10, with a little help from my friends, the cost of acquiring a client or a prospect is enormous. You can get other people, companies, publications, and organizations to get new clients for you. Do you have a Visa, MasterCard, or American Express card? What do you see every month when you bill rise? Right in the middle is an offer for another product or service. That's a host beneficiary relationship at work. It will also help you if you are the host in the process because your clients will respect you for helping them learn of a new value in the market. Step 1, ask yourself, who already has a strong relationship with people to whom I might be able to sell a non-competitive but related product or service? Step 2, once you've got names on paper, contact those non-competing businesses and ask them to introduce your product or service to their audience. Supply them with plenty of information on what you sell and some testimonials attesting to its high quality. You should focus on the fact that you are not going to take a dime away from the host. It's important that you instill in the mind of the prospective host or endorser the fact that he or she is going to get the most of the benefit from the proposition. All you want is 25 or 50% of the profit from all the residual sales that the company makes to your clients. If you're the host, it's the other way around. You make the easy money just for endorsing someone else. If you're in business where you have a good product or service, but you're having a hard time making a profit because you've got to spend so much in advertising, this is a wonderful way to get an ongoing stream of profitable business. You won't have to spend $10,000 to get $8,000 worth of sales. You'll know that every dollar coming in your door has a guaranteed profit attached to it because you didn't have to pay any upfront marketing costs. Here's what you should be thinking right now. How can I add somebody else's product, even a competitor's product, to my business and make more money than I'm making on my own? Or I can't add anything to my business, but I can take my product to other businesses and take advantage of their assets. Almost every business can go both ways. Another important point, when you cut the deal with the host, try your hardest to get a guarantee that when the test does a certain amount of business, your relationship with the host is automatically renewed on an exclusive basis for a set period of time. When you get an endorsement, you eliminate all the steps of trust development that are necessary for a business in the marketplace. Financial planner who specialized in succession planning for owners of tightly controlled, privately owned businesses went to a major bank in New York. He offered that bank the same kind of arrangement the attorney offers to savings and loan, seminars for the bank clients who owned tightly controlled, privately held businesses. The bank accomplished 3 wonderful things. Number 1, They put together an environment when they could meet intimately and privately with their top clients in a very stimulating session. Number two, by helping those clients set up methods that would reduce the estate taxes the family would have to pay when a death occurred, the appreciative clients turned to the bank for other banking services, so everyone won on the transaction. Number three, the bank extended their role and their value in the eyes of their clients by being a provider of additional benefits and services. When the bank introduced the financial planner to their clients, they were giving their clients an enormous amount of value and expertise at no charge. The bank funded a luncheon seminar during which the financial planner shared with their clients thousands and thousands of dollars worth of his expertise at no charge whatsoever to the attending clients. When you start thinking about how many different ways you can engineer lucrative host beneficiary relationships, you won't want to sit on the sidelines observing. You'll start organizing your action plan, contact potential candidates, and get into the game yourself. You'll be amazed at how the relationships you establish can turn into the ultimate distribution network. Start making a list of products and services that complement, precede, or follow your product or service. Don't expect anyone to say yes immediately. Think of this as a process. And don't wait until an agreement is signed to start contributing value to the relationship. Chapter 11, someone you should meet. I'd bet a lot of money that a surprisingly large portion of your new clients actually come from a direct or indirect referrals right now. You might think of it as word of mouth, but I would also bet that you'd never put a formal and aggressive referral system into place. Most businesses spend all of their time, effort, and money on conventional external focused advertising, marketing, and selling programs when a fraction of that time and money would get them many times the results if they developed a formalized internal referral system. If you show you care about your clients and how your product or service makes a difference in their lives, businesses, or careers, you will eagerly refer a constant flow of quality clients to you. Focus on the incredible contribution or benefit your product or service made possible. Whatever your product or service, the moment you alter the way you see yourself and your contribution, everything in your business or profession changes for the better. When you change your sense of self-worth, you also alter the way you look at your relationship with the clients. Instead, look at each and every client as a dear and valued friend, a lifetime friend, because that is precisely what your clients are to you, dear and valued friends. They trust you, they depend on you. Do the same for your valued clients. If you know that people important to your clients are making decisions on their own about the product or service area you specialize, and they aren't getting the very best outcome they could get, you must intercede. You have to do it not so much for yourself as for your valued client you care deeply about. Anyone important to your clients has by nature got to become important to you. With that said, look at every active and inactive client you deal with as a potential source of dozens of referrals and new valued friendships for you over his or her lifetime, but it's up to you to stimulate those referrals. A formal, ongoing client referral system will bring you an immediate increase in clients and profits. Tell your clients that you realize you enjoy doing business with them and they probably associate with other people like themselves who mirror their values and quality. Then help the client see a clear picture of who in their lives could benefit most effectively and naturally from your services or products. I've seen business literally triple in 6 months when people followed an aggressive client referral process. Use this guide to help you and your clients recognize and refer more clients to you. 1, what are the demographics of your ideal prospects? Income, financial worth, age, gender, ethnic group, neighborhood, geographic region, type of business, marital status, religion, hobbies, political views, membership in associations, type of investments, physical health, mental health. Who can refer these prospects to you? For each of the following groups, include both existing and former contacts. For example, you would consider existing and former vendors, clients, employees, competitors, or you could consider combinations such as former employees of competitors, A, vendors, B, clients, C, employees, D, competitors, E, relatives, F, prospects, G, prospects who did not convert, H, neighbors and friends, I, church members or temple members, J, association members. And people are asked for referrals. They don't always know whom you want. If you give them a list of qualified prospects and they know somebody on the list, they are much more likely to give you a high quality referral. Or if you don't have a list, explain to your client the details of the type of referral you want. I have a client who is a public speaker. 90% of his business is referral generated. He speaks for all kinds of groups and associations. He's found that the best way for him to continually generate referrals is for him to keep himself constantly in the mind and awareness of the clients. In order to do that, he has a comprehensive listing of all the issues and interests his clients have, and he continually finds and sends to those clients valuable, important information, books, articles, reports, tapes, interviews, and videos on subjects of keen interest to them. His strategy is very simple. He understands that if he thinks about the interests and needs and well-being of his past clients at a higher and more continuous level than anybody else, he's going to be constantly on top of their awareness. Start looking at your clients as dear and valued friends. Think about how many other friends, family, coworkers, clients, and colleagues they associate with that they can refer to you. Make a list of all the factors that you know apply to your clients. Chapter 12, the prodigal client. You can instantly increase your number of clients by regaining your inactive clients. Every business or profession I've ever looked at, and I'm confident yours is no different, has an overlooked aspect to it that almost no one focuses on. That factor is attrition. Attrition is the opposite of retaining or continuing business buying relationships with clients. Attrition is the number of clients who stop doing business with you or your enterprise. They're inactive clients. They are people who move out of the area or who, for whatever reason, stop dealing with your company. Most people stop buying from you for one of three reasons. Something totally unrelated to you happened in their life or business that caused them to temporarily stop dealing with you. Two, they had a problem or unsatisfactory last purchase experience with you that they probably didn't even tell you about. So they're turned off to you or your company. Their situation has changed to the point where they no longer can benefit from whatever product or service you sell. Only 4% of unhappy clients bother to complain. Of the clients who register a complaint, up to 70% will do business with the organization again if their complaint is resolved. By merely contacting them and honestly expressing your concern about their well-being, you position yourself perfectly. Find out what changes occur in the client's circumstances. Show deep and heartfelt emotional connection to them. This is the secret to great referrals. Care about them, not just about yourself. All you do is contact them, but contact them sincerely and humbly. For example, make an appointment to go visit them at their business or home, or call them if a visit is impractical, or write to them. First, tell them the truth, that they haven't been buying products or services from your firm for quite a while, and you sense something is wrong. Is anything wrong? Your point of focus should be on them and their well-being. There's also a wonderful bonus benefit you get by doing this: feedback. When you contact them, you're giving these old clients permission to come back and buy from you once again. Your sales letter prepares the audience. Cold calling by telephone is not the most powerful or profitable or productive option you have in your marketing arsenal. Direct mail is one of the least expensive and most effective ways for you to tell your full sales story to your clients and prospects. Headlines are the key. The headline or first line is the ad for the letter. It grabs readers and gets them to read more. Offer the reader a desirable reward for reading the letter. Tell him how he can gain, save, profit, achieve, or accomplish something through your product or service. In short, what's the big benefit or advantage to him or her? Action-inducing techniques should be direct. Tell the reader exactly what to do. Don't let another day go by without sending in for this free information. Send your order before the sale ends. Mail it today. Amplify the appeal of the request for action with risk transferal. Tell the readers the risk is all on you. I often use these devices to provoke action. I ask the reader to respond immediately to a specific order, totally at my risk. I limit the time or restrict the quantity of the offer. I provide a better than risk-free guarantee that makes it just short of ludicrous not to take me up on my proposition. I tell the reader precisely and in progressive steps exactly how to respond. My most successful sales letters have been 8, 10, 12, even 16 pages long, but every paragraph was informative and every section advanced the cause. Make a complete list of every business contact you make in person, by phone, when people call you, your order department, or your client service or technical people, accounts payable and receivable. Each is a perfect opportunity to add one or a series of direct mail letters to the sales process you currently use. Chapter 14, fish where the big fish are. You need to target high quality prospects rather than higher quantity. A compiled list is a categorical list of people who have similar things in common. A company selling sophisticated wealth preservation plans for upper income individuals rents lists of subscribers to Yachting Magazine and Polo Magazine, Rolls-Royce owners, and American Express Platinum card holders. Tell the client you mail out advanced notifications of special purchases and sales. Tell them you give preferred clients advanced access along with additional discounts and/or bonuses. After you stimulate enough interest to have a prospect call you, follow these guidelines. Be an interested and knowledgeable person. 2, communicate to the prospect that you understand their needs and problems. 3, let them know you have solutions for them. 4, create a mutually convenient appointment time. If now is not so, but remember they called you, so maximize your position and opportunity. 5, when you talk, produce ideas, information, education, expert perspective they can learn from and respect. 6, advise them, don't just sell them. 7, guide them professionally. 8, as with its counterpart, you need to ethically lead your prospective client to action, telling them what to do, when to do it, how, when, and etc. Chapter 16, bigprofits.com. Create a virtual community. Use laser focused target marketing on the internet. You can find people in just about any target market on the net, and in most cases, they've already identified themselves for you based on the demographic information or other interests, so you can target them very precisely and at almost no cost. Here's a few more tips to help you succeed with search engines. Focus on how your prospective clients will search for a company that offers the products and services you offer. Always use the plural of words, such as cars rather than car. Include your most important keywords in your page title in the first paragraphs of your web pages. Keep it simple, using the strategy of looking to other businesses and industries to find innovations for your business is equally effective when dealing with the internet. Action steps. First, research the internet world deeply before you invest your money, time, reputation. Second, review all the strategies presented in the book and focus on each one will produce greater results when they're applied to doing business on the web. Then get ready for the ride of your life. Chapter 17, Manhattan for $29 worth of beads. When you barter, you create purchasing power almost at will. You can quite literally write your own credit line or better, script to unlimited amounts. Offer the prospective trader this option. Tell him he can have unlimited time to take your goods or services and that he may assign the credit you are offering him to anyone else he may designate. Order lets you pay operating expenditures, even payroll, with soft dollars. Automatically get terms, credits, and discounts far better and easier than you could paying cash. Start by making a list of all the products and services your business makes, sells, or markets. Make special note of excess or surplus goods. That list is the left-hand side of the page. On the right-hand side, make a list of all key vendors you regularly buy goods or services from to see if they if any, might be interested in directly trading with you for their products or services, or for a portion of the cost you pay for them. Also add the names of your current suppliers' competitors who might be even more eager to initially trade with you for product and service as a means to start a business relationship with your company. Chapter 18, leave a message after the beep. Call, email, or write people who do what you do, who sell the product or service you sell, but in a market where you don't compete. Share with them and find out what they're doing and where they're finding a new areas of success. Find a mentor, someone who has been where you are and knows the pitfalls and opportunities you're facing. When you do contact clients after they've done business with you, it is a perfect time to gently remind them of why they chose to do business with you in the first place, your unique selling proposition, and your solid risk reversal policy. People rarely understand the benefits you provide them unless you carefully educate them to appreciate your efforts on their behalf. Chapter 19, somewhere over the rainbow. If your goal is to make more money and become wealthy, I guarantee you'll never make more money and become wealthy. You must have a specific goal. You've got to tell her where you're going to start from and where you're going to get to. Having a reasonable goal is more important to your success and financial prosperity than almost anything else you do. Here's an example. Let's say you want to double your business in the next year. If you know you have 1,000 clients and you know right now that those clients buy $100 at a time twice a year, that's $200,000. If you want to double your business in a year, you have 3 paths you can follow. The 3 ways to increase your business that were in chapter 1. If, for example, you don't want to work on the size of the order, and you don't want to work on the number of client orders, what does that information tell you? It tells you to double your business. You've got to get 1,000 additional clients. Next step, ask yourself, working backwards, what has to happen for me to get 1,000 more clients? Well, let's look at what you're doing now. Whatever you're doing to get the first 1,000, you got to do twice as much. Get referrals and recommendations from clients, vendors, and influential people in your company, both inside and outside your department or region. Action steps. Most people live in mortal fear that they aren't worthy of the limited and abstract goals they set for themselves. More of us set limited goals and simply aren't worthy of our true ability, potential, and mental capacity. Set higher sights for yourself. Clearly state each major business, financial, professional, personal, financial goal you have set. Then under each goal, write down the exact steps, numbers, events, processes, and actions you have to accomplish to reach these goals. Finally, do a reality check. How well are you really progressing on each goal? Are you regularly evaluating, adjusting your performance and methods to reach the goal? Chapter 20, your never-ending success. Adopt and adapt. When you go to retail stores, shopping centers, car dealers, housing developments, clothing or jewelry stores, or when you talk with insurance brokers, real estate agents, stockbrokers, observe how they engage you, how they lead or question or close. Every time something irritates you, make a note of it. The only limit to your income is how much you believe is enough. 21, chapter 21, you are richer than you think. 3 questions that can change your life. 1, have you identified and valued your true expertise and an inventory your negotiable personal assets? 2, what performance skills have you demonstrated in the past that have not only abstract but intrinsic value and important to a business or a specific type of business? 3, what have you accomplished that people would not only respect but also desire to learn and utilize to gain the same benefits from these companies, for their companies? You must constantly think of your past business experiences carefully, looking for key relationships that could be an invaluable part of your secret success. Write down and create a permanent file of all your past business contacts and relationships are and the business area connection they control and what would bring them the greatest profit and advantage. You must refuse to get less out of an effort, less out of an opportunity, less out of a day, less out of a dollar, less out of a relationship than the maximum that activity or action has the capacity to give you. It means that you don't do things just to be doing things, that you insist on playing life to be to the fullest. Life has the capacity to give you in your career or business, and especially in your personal life, everything you ever wanted and then some. Multiples of that, in fact, but you can't have any of it if you don't know where you're going. What I'm saying is you can't have what you want until you first know what it is. And you can't know what it is until you really first realize what success means to you. Your first priority is to identify what you want and then make sure you take the path that's going to give you that.